Movie sets are like magic portals. They transport us into different worlds, whether we're battling Darth Vader or sinking in the Titanic. They make us feel what the characters are feeling, pulling us deeper into the story. So today, we're counting down the 10 most expensive film sets ever built. At number 10, we have the Lord of the Rings trilogy. We don't know the exact production design budget, but with a whopping $281 million total budget, it deserves a spot on the list. The sets were insane. Hobbiton was built a whole year before filming, so it looked lived in, and Minas Tirith was inspired by Mont Saint-Michel in France. And even the New Zealand Army helped build Hobbiton. At number 9, we have The Dark Knight Rises. Christopher Nolan doesn't mess around when it comes to practical sets. With part of its $250 million budget, the Batcave alone cost $3.5 million to build. They flooded it so Batman's suit and gadgets could rise dramatically from the water, and the prison pit where Bruce Wayne trains was a 120-foot deep set designed to look like an underground labyrinth. Pretty cool. At number 8, we have Avatar. Yes, this is a CGI-heavy film, but that doesn't mean they skipped out on building massive sets. Out of its $237 million budget, they spent $1.2 million just on the Tree of Souls. And the production team had 2 separate art departments, one for Pandora's creatures and plants, and another one for human tech and machinery. At number 7, we have Batman vs. Superman. Zack Snyder went all out by building the Batcave and Wayne Manors from scratch, costing $15 million. The Batcave was completely suspended, nothing touched the ground, just like a bat hanging in a cave. The whole thing was suspended with glass walls, floating staircases, and even a waterfall running beneath the bridge. The Batmobile had a retractable work light, and Robin's suit was displaced as a hunting tribute. Even the Batwing interior was a last-minute addition built using real helicopter parts. At number 6, we have Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Gore Verbinski insisted on real sets, so they had to build an entire 18th century Singapore built on Universal Stage 12, featuring 40 structures, an extensive marketplace, and a harbor with water pumped from an 80-foot by 130-foot tank, and a pirate meeting hall lit by 3,500 candles. The Maelstrom battle was filmed in a giant aircraft hangar, with full-size black pearls and Flying Dutchman decks mounted on 15-foot tilting gimbals to simulate stormy seas. At number 5, we have the Great Wall. This is the most expensive Chinese set ever built, with a massive section of the Great Wall built just for the movie. And it wasn't just a backdrop. It was a functional battle fortress complete with color-coded armies, monster defenses, and custom weapons designed specifically for the film's creatures, the Taotai. At number 4, we have Waterworld. A floating city set, an unpredictable ocean, and a sunk set that had to be rebuilt, this production was chaos. Filming at sea stretched from 96 days to 150, pushing the budget to $175 million. Despite the struggles, Hawaii's economy got a $35 million boost, and the final film delivered an unforgettable post-apocalyptic water world. At number 3, we have The Hobbit trilogy. With a total budget of $765 million, each film costing over $250 million, sets range from the fully reconstructed Hobbiton, which is now a real tourist site, to Smaug's treasure hoard, Lake Town, and the Goblin Cave. The scale of everything was insane, proving that Middle-earth is expensive to bring to life. The number 2 spot goes to my favorite film and set of this list, Titanic. James Cameron basically made Titanic just so he could explore the real wreck and managed to justify it by building one of the most detailed sets in film history. The production team recreated the ship's entire interior from the iconic grand staircase to the dining halls down to the tiniest historical details. And they built a near full-scale version of the ship in the biggest water tank ever made for a film in Baja California, Mexico, costing $20 million and an overall budget for production design of $40 million. The accuracy paid off because audiences were blown away, and Titanic went to earn over $2.2 billion. And the number 1 spot goes to Cleopatra. This film is in the number 1 spot because of what the budget at the time was, which was $44 million. which means it's $439 million today. So if any movie defined the phrase go big or go home, it was definitely Cleopatra. This 1963 epic nearly bankrupted 20th Century Fox. The sets alone were a financial nightmare, with Cleopatra's palace costing over $9 million in today's money, complete with a giant pool and extravagant decor. But that wasn't even the worst of it. Originally, they built the entire city of Alexandria at London's Pinewood Studios, and then it rained. A lot. And the palm trees started rotting, the buildings were peeling apart, and Fox had no choice but to scrap everything and rebuild it in Rome for an extra $12 million. Everything was oversized. Cleopatra's Sphinx was 35 feet tall, the Roman Forum was triple in size, because I guess the real one isn't impressive enough, and even the goblets were custom-made with gold leaf and fox gemstones. So with a total budget of $44 million, $439 million today, Cleopatra still holds the record for the most expensive set ever built. And despite the behind-the-scenes disasters, the film became a legend just like its queen. And that's a wrap. Which of these insane movie sets blew your mind the most? Or do you know of an even crazier one? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more film content, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!